What's going on, everyone? We have to talk about AVANTIS because yes, AVANTIS hit our target once again. I've been talking about this for a while, how I believe AVANTIS is going to pull all the way back down to 89 cents on the dot. I've been talking about this level. That's kind of funny. 89 cents, and I kept saying 89 cents / 90 cents. But yeah, it's at 89 cents right now, so we did hit that level. I do want to mention a few things here now. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So without further ado, just look at this. We're down 18% in the last 24 hours, 26% in the last 7 days, 57% in the last 30 days, well, in the last 14 days. Volume still looking decent, 227 million, market cap 230 million still. But the main thing that I want to talk about is this pattern first. So we knew that we were breaking below this pattern and coming to this support because this is a bearish symmetrical triangle. When you come into the symmetrical triangle from the upside, but you're coming in a bearish position, and then you touch the bottom of the symmetrical triangle like it is right here, you touch that bottom, that becomes the bearish. But if you start at that top, then that is a bullish symmetrical triangle. So what I do want to talk about is where I think we are going next here with AVANTIS. There is a possibility that we can have a pump from here, right? But at the current moment, we have to look at every single possible indicator here. So first, we have the MACD. The MACD is showing that buying pressure is coming in a little bit here. We see two lightly red shaded candlesticks here on the MACD. And then we do have the %R trend exhaustion showing how it's squeezing down here at the bottom, like it's pretty much getting ready to pump and go up to the upside pretty much. That's pretty much what that is meaning. And then when we come over here to the 2-hour chart, we kind of see the same thing where the buying pressure is coming back in here on the MACD. And then we can also see a little bit similar stuff here for the %R trend exhaustion, almost like it's squeezing here at the bottom, almost like it wants to try to pump from here. It just doesn't have the right momentum yet. Hourly chart, same thing, except we see even more buying pressure on the hourly chart all the way down here, almost like we can have a huge pump just off of that alone. And then the %R trend exhaustion still trying to come back up here for the hourly chart, and the 30-minute chart is probably looking similar. But one thing that I do notice on the 30-minute chart here, the short-term trend on the %R trend exhaustion is all the way up here, while the long-term trend is still going downwards actively. That is the indicator that we are going to have another pullback. Seeing selling volume coming in on the MACD as well. So yeah, when I'm looking at this, what I'm thinking here is right now buying pressure is weak. The next level is what you're going to be wanting to watch out for. And when you look at the Fibonacci, the next level is down around 73 cents. So I mentioned this in the previous video. That's the next target level. I think after we pull back to 73 cents, we then have the momentum and the bullish power to push upwards. There's a possibility that it doesn't happen like that. It does not happen like that, and a possibility that it just takes off now. But I think it's going to take that one last pullback to 73 cents to actually create the pump. Now, there are some people that are noticing that we could have a short-term pump, right? And I think, like, let's say we pull all the way back and we hit 73 cents. Imagine pumping and going from like 73 cents all the way down here. Let's go ahead and take this date and range, but going from 73 cents all the way back up here to like $1.30. That is going to be about 75% in gains. And then if it can go above that, which I'm just looking at it to go to the last not all-time high, but the previous high before we came this low. So that's about a 75% gain and about 100% yeah, 105% up to $1.50. But I'm looking more so towards a pump, leading it up to $1.30. Well, this is $1.29. So $1.28, $1.29, $1.28 technically. So yeah, if we bottom out at 73 cents, I'm going to say it again, if we bottom out at 73 cents, I would expect a little bit of a sideways momentum here and then just a random boom pump, bringing it all the way up to like $1.30. I think that could easily happen and probably wouldn't be all in a day. Maybe it would take a couple of days, few days, maybe a week or two. So that is pretty much what I'm waiting for right now. But remember, let's say we start moving up, right? And we get rejected at $1, boom, comes down to 72 cents. So if you start to see that we're taking off prematurely and we didn't hit 72 cents yet, we just start going up, then I would really be concerned about a bull trap and getting stopped out right here at $1 and then going back down to 72 cents. So it's not a good thing if we just start pumping to $1 right now because we haven't really pulled back to 72 cents. I feel like that's the next level. Even though this is solid support, I'm just kind of I'm looking at this from a defensive point of view, right? We kind of had whenever you're inside a bear market like this, and well, it's just the bear market for AVANTIS, that's all it is, not like overall bear market. But whenever you're just going straight down like this, you have to be inside of a defensive point of view, right? You have to be defensive with it. Like, you want to buy at the lowest possible level, and you don't want to really buy too high, right? Because that might motivate you to sell your position early, right? But you don't want to necessarily do that. So if we pull back to like 72, 73 cents, even 75 cents, I think that would be a good level to just buy and just hold it and just sit. Even at this level, this is still a good level to buy, hold, and sit, because you're then still looking at 40%, 42% off of that gain from 89 cents to $1.28. You're still looking at 42% in gains as opposed to 75. But I know everybody wants the 75 and not the 40, right? So anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you guys today. Let's just go ahead and just wait for this to play out. And yeah, it should be good. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, before we close this out, let's show what a few other people are looking at as well, just to kind of show things. This person says short-term bounce right here. They predict it will go up to $1.43 from where it's at now. That is a possibility that it goes up there now, because like I mentioned before, we have the two supports. They're looking at the same exact thing. We have the two same support levels. Like, we have this one and we have this, and they're predicting that we just go straight up to $1.40 from here. So yeah, you can look at everyone's point of view and then kind of make your own assumption from it. But yeah, that is also a possibility. It's also a possibility that we just go straight up to $1.40 or somewhere up here and then get rejected and then continue downwards. So that's a possibility as well. And especially since AVANTIS has been down for so long, people might just be itching to buy the dip and to like push it higher. So if people are itching to do that, hypothetically speaking, it could literally do that right now. Like, it could just pump and go up to $1.40 and then continue down to 72 cents. So those are my two scenarios. I'm either waiting for it to go down to 72 cents now and then give or take up to $1.50, $1.60. Well, $1.28 is what I said before, but anywhere between this $1.28 Fibonacci and this $1.60 Fibonacci. Those is like a range that we're looking for. Me personally, I'd get out at the beginning of the range at $1.28 because you don't want to be too greedy and overstay your welcome. So again, I'd either be waiting for it to pull back here to 72 cents and then watch it go up to $1.28, or just watch it break out right now, go straight up, right? One of those two scenarios are going to happen. Either way, it's going to go up. It's just, do you want to buy in now, or do you want to roll the dice and try to get in at 72 cents? So that's pretty much the options that you got right there. But yeah, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.